1 year. 1 year since The Last Jedi came out. 1 year fans bickering, threatening, in a hellfest. This will be my last video on The Last Jedi. And before we start, I want to say something. If you hate this movie, I don't care. I've said it like 5 times in this video already, like my god. It's okay to critique a movie, but to the point where your video is almost 5 hours long and you're sending death threats to anyone involved, that's not okay. You should probably stop now. This movie is not the fault of SJWs. It wasn't the fault of a man trying to ruin a franchise. It was about a man who wanted to make a movie, have a sole point of entertainment, but everyone spat in his face. I hate BVS, guys, but I'm not sending threats to Snyder. I know he tried and put effort into it, even though the result, it wasn't that good. It wasn't a good movie. So enough talk about people who will take this statement and put it 1 ear in and out the other. Let's see. Has my opinion on TLJ changed? No. I still love it. It's my 5th favorite Star Wars movie. I was going to end the video there and really make you guys pissed, but I can't hold in how much I love this movie. It isn't flawless, but it holds a cohesive story, likable characters, and while not much changed by the end of the film, it changed every character emotionally. I want to actually tell you guys, when I came out of the theater the first time I watched the movie, I was actually pretty pissed. But when I got home, I sat down, I thought about the technical aspects of the movie, and realized how big of a change this was. Now, guys, we're going to start off with Luke first, because this is easily the most controversial part of the movie. I covered this in an unscripted video a few months ago, but here's everything short and sweet. Luke's arc was beautiful. He didn't need to go out in the light show. He was defeated and lost all hope, but finally stood up and became a symbol and spark to the galaxy. His death was gorgeous, and I teared up a bit. He did not need to die by a lightsaber. He had one of the most peaceful deaths in the entire franchise. I also feel that he didn't even try to kill Ben. He thought of the idea and immediately regretted it. That right there was him following his training to defeat the dark side. Obi-Wan and Yoda wanted Luke to kill Vader and turn the Jedi. That's what they told him what was right. And Luke refused it because Vader is his father. And Luke almost did kill Vader. He gave in to the dark side. Almost. And he backed down and realized what was right. The same thing he did with Ben. It was the exact same thing. But the results were polar opposite. Instead of Ben turning like Vader and seeing through to his son, Ben attacked Luke, and Kylo Ren was born. Now, a lot of people are thinking this has also been a critique from the last movie. I mean, this is a small one, okay, because it's called Rey is a Mary Sue. I already made a video about this also, but to make it clear, Rey is a Mary Sue. But it's for a reason, guys. Don't worry about it. The Force had nothing to combat the dark side after Kylo Ren turned. Luke left the Order, and the Force had to call to someone. And who better than an orphan with no emotional connection, stranded on a desert island, young enough at the time of Ren's birth to give her time to blossom in the Force? Rey. It was like Anakin, done right. Instead of Anakin being born, being manipulated by the midichlorians by Plagueis and Palpatine, the Force willfully created her as a true chosen one. So, guys, we're going to cover the Holdo Maneuver too. So now, the Holdo Maneuver, in my opinion, is one of the greatest videos I've ever created. But I'm going to make this clear. Holdo was crazy. In the Leia novel, they clearly stated that she was like the Luna Lovegood of Star Wars, guys. She was insane. Now, you think people during the Battle of Endor would be like, yeah, let's kamikaze into the Death Star. You know there's a reason why people don't kamikaze their ships into real life? I know some armies do that, back then. I don't want to get any political, but most of them did that for religious reasons, not tactical maneuvers. I mean, who would want to do that? If that didn't work, it would be a huge waste of a cruiser and money and time. Do you know how expensive cruisers are? Do you know how much of a limit of money and credits the rebellion had? And once again, the Radius had very unstable experimental shields for its time, in which if it had a big blow, it could cause catastrophic damage. That scenario would not work at Endor because the cruisers didn't have those capabilities at the time. And yeah, they could ram it into the Death Star, but barely any damage would be inflicted. So again, it's a waste, guys. Also, most people hated my excuse of saying a droid couldn't do it either, like to save lives. I mean, the Resistance saw their droid as equals. They even let them use escape pods. They saw them as equals, guys. Just shut up. I mean, come on. Also, why didn't she tell him the plan? Why didn't she tell him? Guys, would you want to tell the plan to a crazed maniac who disobeyed orders and was responsible for the deaths of a lot of peoples? He was demoted, for God's sake. Most idiots would say, why didn't she tell others then? I mean, guys, she did. What did you forget? The other 20 people in that hangar with her? Like, commanding the computers and everything? What, do you think she hooked up the fuel engines to the transports by herself? No, she told mechanics to do that for her. Now, I still stand by the opinion that Snoke was underused, as well as Phasma, but we don't need him coming back in 9, like, back from the dead. Just make, like, a comic book series, Lucasfilm. You don't need to, like, make a big deal of her or anything. And let me state something, guys. Canto Bight is dumb. It's easily the worst part of the movie. It could have been completely cut out. That would have cut the movie down to 2 hours, and the pacing would be fine again. Like, the third act just seemed so rushed at the time, and I felt like if they cut it out, the Battle of Crate would have had a bit more of an impact. Now, there's one more thing I want to talk about, guys. It's Rose. Rose isn't actually that bad. This is actually the first time I'm mentioning Rose on this channel ever. There's only one time she made me roll my eyes. That was at the end of the movie where she saved Finn and gives him that god-awful speech. Guys, I didn't want Finn to die. Like, she could have talked him down over the comm. That would have had a bit more impact, and he could have, like, willingly turned back to the base. That would have been so much better. And other than that, she doesn't really bother me. I loved her first scene. It was really cute. Her reveal at the casino that under the glitz and glory, there are terrible, crooked people benefiting from the war. Most people were saying that this was a liberal move. And all I have to say is,
you're a creep! Go away! We're having a good time until you showed up, jeepers!
Guys, Star Wars has always been about politics. For all you people defending the prequels, remember that politics were made of up of 80% of the movie with Senate meetings and treaty signings. And they were at like a snail's pace. Like, aren't wars about politics? Aren't people benefiting from the war? That's the point of a war, guys. Come on. God! I'm going to have a heart attack one day in a Star Wars video. Oh, my God. I really don't see the problem of having women in the movie. I already explained the fault of Rey, but she's covered. Rose is annoying, but that's kind of the point. I already explained Holdo. People are mad because she didn't tell them the plan. Like, she has a reason for it. If your problem is she should have been a man, there's no reason for it, that's called being self-centered and extremely sexist. It's fine to critique Rose, guys, but Kelly is an actress and deserves to be treated right. She was given a script and did what she was asked. And before you blame Ryan, he also did his best. I hope you guys learned something from this video. And if you see someone who actually liked a movie and you didn't, or it was the other way around, be respectful to them. Guys, this movie isn't perfect, but people tried on this movie, and that's okay. 7 out of 10.